Guys, welcome back. This is night 53, and welcome back to the pack, I must say. Sorry I've been out for a little bit. Yeah, making characters and stuff. But let us go into this what if. What if Deku was an SCP? Where we last left off, Deku was sleeping alone with his two lovely girls, Maue in 682. Really, I forgot their names. Y'all haven't given me. I don't think I got a name for them. I don't know. As they were sleeping alone inside of, well, their apartment ish, due to UA not having their own dorms just quite installed. Nezu allowing them to rent an apartment near UA was very generous of him. As the morning woke them, Izuku decided to head out for a little bit, while the other two slept in. But once he got back, he was in for a really rude welcome. Girls, I'm home. Where were you? I was just out looking around the place. Yes, but you weren't here. And I was just scouting out around the new cities and stuff. I've never been outside. Neither have us. You should have at least woken us up. Well, that's kind of my bad. What were you gonna say? Oh, nothing, Malware. If I said that, then I'd already have you on my bad side. Oh, tell us. I don't think so. 682. I really forgot her name. But yes. I'm just trying to look at this. But yes, as they start to scold Deku for leaving them behind and not going out for a walk with them, they get a knock at the door. Oh, let me go get it real quick. Y'all go ahead and go get dressed or whatever y'all do. At least try on some clothes, but if they don't have any yourself, it's all fine. And there's a quirks in this world, I don't think that'll be a problem with y'all going out like that. Really trust me, dear. I've been like this my entire life. No little human's gonna bug me just because I'm out there in the nude or something. I don't know about that, but I'll keep that in mind. 82. 62. As he opens the door. Ah, Nezu. Ah, Azuku. Am I right? No, it's Deku, but the name Azuku's fine. It's the other name I have for it, but yes, Azuku. Well, Azuku, we will be installing some dorms soon, and because we're a bit iffy about keeping you off campus at the minute, we are hoping to get you into UA. UA, that school? Yes, but we want to judge both you and I'm guessing your girlfriend's 682 and Malware's abilities, whatever it is. Okay. So, come in and you can speak to them as well. Okay, thank you. As Nezu walks in and 682 and Malware come into the kitchen, or living room, I bet. So, you are Nizu, I presume. Yes, ma'am, I am. You must be 682? Ah, yes, that is me, the immortal reptile. Alright, and you are Miss Malware. In the fur, I must say. Mr. Nezu. Thank you, ladies. As he comes in and sits down, Azuka walks into the kitchen looking for some tea. Excuse me, Mr. Nezu. Yes, Azuka? Would you like some tea while we sit? Oh, that would be grateful. As Azuka makes some tea and brings it to the couch for all of them. So, what did you want to talk to us about, Mr. Nezu? Well, it's about y'all going into UA. Due to us keeping a hard surveillance on you with the pro-heroes and stuff around, we were hoping that when our dorm systems get in, we will be able to implement you into the dorms themselves. That doesn't sound bad at all. But I do have some thoughts. What is it? What will the rules be inside of this dorm? Well, because of the dorms and students living in there, it would be the girls on one side and boys on the other side. But due to you three having a very uniqueness of not having a quirk and being lived together, I believe that having y'all in the same room would be better than keeping y'all out, as long as no funny business comes around. Oh, that'd be marvelous, dear. So, what do you think, Malware? Oh, that would be nice. As long as me, A2, and Azuka are all together, we should be fine. Oh, great. Now, we do have a task for students to get in, but we are just going to be judging you on your abilities, if that is fine with you. Oh, it's nothing at all. Please, show us the way. As Nezu, Izuku, 682, and Malware leave the apartment and go into UA, Nezu leads them to Site E. Give it a random. A somewhat city. It's part suburban, part city. But yes, as they walk into the city, Nezu leaves and says he will be over the radio, the intercoms, to tell him whenever to go in. As he leaves and goes onto the intercom, with, I'm gonna say, Nezu, All Might, Mirko, Midnight, and Present Mike, all with him. So, Mr. Nezu, what are these three going to be doing for us today? We are just judging their abilities, All Might. Huh. So, this must be the three that we heard about. Indeed, Mr. Aizawa. Well, that one big girl looks like she could put up a great fight. Of course, Mirko. We'll see if she would like to train with you, but I don't know if she would be willing to. Oh. Well, let's get it on! Alright, Izuku. Alright, you three. You can enter the facility. There will be robots in there. 3-pointers, 2-pointers, 1-pointers, and a 0-pointer. Please be on the watch out. No problem. Alright, let's go. Yeah! As they all shouted, as they rushed in. The first one to meet a robot is Malware. As the robot goes in for a punch, it suddenly stops right in front of her. As the teachers... Just my dog snoring. Shut up. But yes, as the fist stops right in front of her face, and the teachers are wondering what just happened. What's going on, Mr. Nezu? I don't know. As the robot turns and starts fighting other robots. As it starts beating down other robots, as it starts to beat down on the other robots, they start to fight the 1-pointer. As Malware just giggles a little bit at the stupidity of this. Putting her in front of technology is very much not needed. She's really good at hacking. As her score starts going up due to her being hacking right into them. As in another section, 682 is having a very fun time. She's very much letting loose. Due to all the robots trying to attack her, they are not doing well. they're trying to hit her, and she is. As soon as they punch her skin, their arms are reinforced. They're made to take a punch. They crack under her skin alone as she starts ripping them apart with her teeth, crushing them down with her foot, and tearing them apart with her arms. Because she's racking up just as many. As Izuku is having a different approach. As he suits up into this very much black type suit. Very much almost looking kind of furry. It is looking very furry. As a type of skull comes over his head. As when the robots punch or go in for a punch, he quickly dodges out of the way and delivers his own blow right back, hitting very sensitive joints in the robots, disabling those joints, as he's using precise strikes to knock out the robot, or decommission the robots. As this goes on, Nezu hits a red button, as a 0-pointer emerges from the center of the city. As they all look at this. Well, it seems like my time to fight. As 682 runs in. As the 0-pointer goes in for a swing, she stops the fist and literally flips the robot onto her back and slams it into the ground. As Izuku goes above the 0-pointer and uses his shape-shifting powers to go in. I am not trying to offend Nezu, but he goes into a rat. Yes, a small rat. And nibbles on some of the wires inside of the robot. As malware is trying to hack into the code as well. As the 0-pointers are harder to hack into than the other ones. As malware hacks into the robot, Izuku bites a wire that disables the robot. As they basically get points for teamwork. As well as saving basically everyone in the city. Yet there's no one. But yes, as they walk out, Nezu comes over the intercoms. Very nice work, you three. It is very interesting how your powers are. Please come to the center building and meet with me. As they go to the center building, they see the rest of the teachers being, well, the ones that were in there. So, how do we do, Nezu? Well, going off your scores, Malware came third. Izuku, you came third. You came second. And 682 came first. As Malware and Izuku nod in agreement, of course she would. As she basically lets off some steam, basically telling him that I knew I was going to come in first. As Nezu comes up. So, what are your quirks, might I say? Or, no, my bad. What are your powers? Well, all of us are technically immortal. What do you mean by that? Well, malware is living code, so she can basically live inside of a computer. With technology around now, she could basically live forever as long as she needed to. I'm immortal and immortal by default. And 682 is immortal because she can take basically a lot of damage and not die. She's even been to a head before. She's just been disintegrated just to a head and came back from that. But upon for that, she 682 becomes immortal to invulnerable to items that she's been taken damage by. So not a lot of stuff can really damage her now. I can have like a laxative come around me, a black goo that basically turns me into this furry wolf almost. I also have shapeshifting, healing blood, and very much, well, I rather not give out the basis of the last one. And why would that be? Well, you see, as Malware speaks up, he doesn't like just screaming about his last one. Am I right, 682? Indeed. His last power is aphrodisiac. As Zuku kind of shivers at that. Maybe y'all should not say that. As Midnight, well, her ears perk up. Aphrodisiac. Well, that is interesting. I do say, are you still a virgin? Well, how could you be with that type of power? You could get any woman to do you. And I do say any. As she starts to go over to him, as she is instantly blocked by the two. Miss Midnight, I do say. Am I correct? Yes, indeed, my ladies. Now, would you mind moving over? I have someone to make unpure. As she tries to go around him, but it is very much in vain. Miss Midnight, I believe you should probably not do that. Oh, girls, trust me, even you wanted some of him at once. That is correct indeed, but right now is not the best time. Plus, he is ours after all. We've been together for a lot longer. As they start to argue a little bit, as Nezu speaks up. Now, we can't have this here. Now, Izuku, we did find something that might resemble an SCP that we think. Well, show it to us then. Izuku, well, gasped. Alright, follow me. As they go below UA and go into a chamber, this is some type of orange blob thing, but we don't know what it is. Could you tell us what it is? As he opens the screen and shows it. It's basically a two-way mirror, or a one-way mirror. You can look in, but they can't see you. Or window, my bad, not mirror. Yes, as they look in, they see 999. As Izuku is like, oh, he made it out? Who's he? 999. What is this 999? Okay, SCP-999. It's that. What does it do? We've been trying to figure out, but we don't want to get too close to it to where we don't know what his powers are. Oh, he's harmless. Here, follow me as he grabs Nezu and busts down the door. As 999 recognizes a familiar face. As he jumps towards Izuku and, well, gets up on him. As Izuku gets this high of happiness. As he can't stop smiling. Here, Nezu. As he's like... Nezu's like trying like not to touch 999. Oh, he won't hurt you. 999. As he picks up 999 and puts it on Nezu. As 999 starts to feel Nezu's feelings. Fear and confusion. As Nezu's now... As he's making him disappear. As Nezu gets this high of happiness. As he's starting to now know why this SCP is so liked by Izuku now. So this SCP basically makes anything it touches happy? Yes, that's exactly what this thing is. Oh, I can't believe it's still alive, but it helped 682 back in her, well, teenish stage. Piss off! Damn it. I don't want to talk about that stage. Yeah, she doesn't like that. But yes, it's perfectly safe. You give it like an emotional person and they'll become all happy. I wonder if this could work on Aizawa. As Nezu pondered. As he speaks up, you think this could work on a teacher that really isn't in the mood at all. Trust me, if it's human, then it could work. As Nezu picks up 999. Hello, 999. I have someone that you would think you would might like to meet. As he takes it to Mr. Aizawa. As Mr. Aizawa is looking at this, Mr. Nezu, why did you bring that thing here? Here, as Eraser's head's a bit skittish. Are you sure about this? Oh, he's fine. As Nezu gives Aizawa the 999. As Aizawa, in the most horrifying way, watches it as the teachers watch his frown turn into a smile in the most... It's like those villains that are so evil that when they try to smile and be good, that it's like just cracking up. Like, is this happy? But it then turns into a nice smile, a nice happy smile. As they take a picture just to piss him off, but they knew he couldn't be pissed. This could, as Nezu thinks, say, Izuku, does it really need to eat at all? I mean, it can eat, but the mostly only thing it would really need to eat would be sweets, but it doesn't need to eat whatsoever. This would be good. We'll be using 999 if that would be fine. Oh, he loves people, so having 999 around would be a lot better. So if anyone with like trauma or social problems would be best for 999 to take care of. Well, thank you for letting us know, Zuku. Now, I was hoping that we could speak in my office. All three of us. Or all four of us. Speaking to Malware and 682, Izuku, and him. As they walk towards his office and get in, they all take a seat down. Now, I was hoping to, talk to y'all about how the foundation was. Well, the foundation using as the SCP Foundation, and as soon as that name was mentioned, a trigger was then someone has finally found something on their device a mile away. As they radio in, ma'am, we found 3. Or no, we found 4. Really? Yes. The readings show that there is 1 Keter, 2 Euclid, and 1 safe. Alright, we'll send in our strike team. As the radio goes dead. As Izuku and the others start to explain how this foundation worked between secure container protecting the people, the glass breaks as almost SWAT team goes into the office as Nezu is surprised, as all guns are trained at the 3. SCP-682, SCP-1471, and SCP-4496. Stand down now or we will use force. What is this? Sir, this is not part of your business. We are just containing these anomalies. Anomalies. As of today, they are students. Students? Ha. Can't believe that. As they look back to see the site manager of Site 21. So, y'all know, like I said in my last thing, or the second part, doesn't matter. All the foundations are dead, except one. Site 21. It is a glitching foundation. It goes between worlds. It's in different dimensions all at once. So it cannot be touched by the virus that killed all the SCPs and stuff. But due to that, there are SCPs still alive. It's just that the ones in Site 21 or more are Euclid to safe classes. So they're not bad at all. Like the paper dragons, the machine, a gem. It's a lot of stuff. They're either Euclid or a Euclid safe, like a Euclid safe, or a safe. That's what most of the ones there are at Site 21. As you could expect at this manager. Miss Gutroff. I see we meet again. 4496. It seems so. And it seems that your girls are here as well. That's great. Now, you are Mr. Nezu, I presume. Indeed, ma'am. What's this embargement into my camp, my school? Well, these three and whatever else you have here is an anomaly. What do you mean? Well, you see, Mr. Nezu, these three are part of our foundation. The SCP Foundation, I presume? Yes. Gustav. But yes, Miss Gustav. They are, I think, they are part of our foundation. From Site, I forgot their site name. Was it 18? I think it was 18. Site 18 was their site. Site 18 or Site 1, I forgot. But yes, but due to the recent virus in this world that has plagued, it seems that all the sites have been dead and the SCPs in it as well, losing their anomalous powers. But these four that you have miraculously survived. I do not know how, I do not know why, but what I do know is that they need to be contained, not put into a school for heroes. Now, will these three come with us in that other one that you're hiding? Or will we have to take them by force? How about this, Miss Khrushchev? We contain these four here. And you keep an eye on them. What's in it for us, then? Well, your team has free access to the school, and if any make a slip off, you're able to contain them for a little bit. Almost like a harsh punishment. Keeping them separate is like keeping like a harsh punishment for them. If you want to do that. But we could also have trackers on them so then y'all would have, well, time to go ahead and help them. And the other one you are saying about I think is fine. Mika, I'm guessing you're talking about SCP-999. Yes. We are hoping to use 999 as something for kids that have trauma, like bad trauma or something hard they're going through. That is a good use for it. In addition, we will have some staff from our foundation station here. Alright, do we have a deal, madam? It seems we do have a deal, Mr. Nezu. As they shook hands, you three. Yes, ma'am? You will be staying at the school and not allowed to leave it unless you are with one of our guards or at least 3 pro heroes. One of them being top ranked. It does not matter. I can't believe this is happening. But trackers will be put inside of y'all so then they keep y'all under control. Due to y'all not leaving without each other, I'm guessing that's not a problem. But for the first couple days, we will put you under supervision until the doors are done. Mr. Nezu, we will have some SCP Foundation trucks come here and make a camp for them until your dorms are done. And if need to be, we will help in the construction. One of the dorm rooms will be a lot bigger than the rest. Due to the dorms needing to be big enough to acquaint them, it will be the top dorm at the very top level. It will be above all the other ones. It will be a personal level just for them. Due to this, they will need to be reinforced walls so then they will not break out. The windows will be normal to make them feel at home, but we can change the platforming around the reinforced walls however you need to. But these are very much procedures to keep these things contained. Miss, I don't think there are things there. People, after all. People are not. They need to be contained. They are anomalies. They do not have your quirks or whatever you call them. But they need to be contained and safely contained. Our trucks will be here soon. Am I clear, Mr. Nezu? Yes, ma'am. You three are coming with me and waiting in the car before anything else happens. As they walk to her in the car and see that the trucks come and put up their tents. This is where y'all will be staying for the recent time being. All your stuff from your apartment will be moved here. Have a nice day. What do you think that was about? I don't know, but I'm just glad they're still together. And still having a bit of freedom, hopefully. But we're under the watch of the Foundation still. I mean, it's not as harsh, and as long as you don't go out of control, 682, I think it's all going to be good. I hope you're right. As they give him a kiss. Alright. Now let's get settled into our new home. As they go into the kitchen, go into their new room to decorate it a little bit and finish up. After they finish up, they all go into their bed and cuddle for the night. As they sleep off to their doziness, Miss Gustav does some research, hacking into files about these anomalies from the old sites. As she stumbles upon Deku's info, only knowing the SCP code that he was given, not knowing anything about his powers. This could be an interesting one. Let us see. As an evil smile goes over her face. As that is where we end off, or what if? Yes, I know it's to be continued, but I think it is good. So, the next one is going to be the Call of Duty loop. Also, give me a name for 682 because I forgot her name and I need to write it down. Malware can say the same because it's malware. But I need one for 682 if y'all can. So leave a like if you want to, describe, kind of do what you want. And leave me a name. See ya.